go. Also, a thing there. Might be mobile dashboard. Even though I'm on Twitch, even though I'm on Twitch mobile app already. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, da, da, yeah, yeah. Alright. Thing there. Go ahead. I'm gonna go to the next little part. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow remote maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to technically yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And today, as you can probably tell by the title of the stream, this is pretty much going to be the final Arkham Asylum stream that I do of this game. Probably for you know, from this point forward, or at least for a good long while until someone's like, hey, you know, why don't you try and play in Arkham Asylum, but you know, have you know like X amount of rules or challenges or goals stuff here. Um, but yeah, it's probably not gonna happen for a long time. So that's why I kind of put for a while at most, unless like I say, you know, someone has like some sort of idea for like some sort of challenge or like a particular run I should try and I could try and do. But anyway, so so yeah, to kind of recap on things, last time I played Arkham Asylum, I did 2 streams worth. Um, part 1, I did stream where I went to go talk to Poison Ivy to find out how to counteract the Titan formula stuff that was been going around and everything, and we found out there was like some sort of plant underneath Arkham Island, but it was also but the location of it was pretty much in Killer Croc's lair in the asylum. Um, so we had to go deal with him, you know, so we had to go find, you know, where his little like cell area thing was, while also, you know, like trying to, you know, deal with Joker's henchmen and all that, and then of course, you know, dealing with Croc while we're trying to get the samples, stuff that we need. And then part 2 basically was we took on Poison Ivy, who had gotten a bit of Titan herself thanks to Joker, and had like, you know, had like plants like and had her plant stuff basically like, you know, take over Arkham Island and whatnot, pretty much making it into like her little nature zone, if you will. Um, but even with a few deaths that we had, and we managed to actually take her down, and all that. And then the final part was when we took on Joker himself, who he had injected himself with Titan formula, pretty much turning him into like a Titan, pretty much turning him into like a hideous monstrosity of himself, pretty much being like Titan Joker. Um, and all of that was done on the for my third playthrough, which is on the hard difficulty. As you can see, I've done 3 different playthroughs of this game. I have to refer to them as like seasons, where it's like season 1 I played everything on easy, season 2 I played everything on normal, and then the third season, which seems like the final playthrough, it was where everything was on hard. And I kind of figured, like, what can I do for a possible, like, way to end off, the Arkham Asylum's, stream stuff. And it kind of hit me. I was like, you know what? I know there's the whole situation with, like, the patient interview tapes and all that, and plus, like, the whole, like, I think it's, like, the whole, um, Chronicles of Arkham and everything like that, so I figured that what I would do is I would go back to my first, my first save file, aka, the easy save file, and just, play the tapes, and kind of just listen to them, so that way I can have, like, like the like, little finale to, end things off on. So yeah. Now I know also that when it comes to when it comes to the game, there's also like, a whole bunch of character bios and whatnot, but I wanted to kind of like to just focus on, like the tapes and everything that you can get, you know, like, dealing with, like, while you're playing the game. I think I'm actually gonna probably go outside and everything, just cause. I couldn't quite remember, as I guess, why I was here in the penitentiary on this particular playthrough, but it's it's whatever. It's sort of crazy in a sense, but it's sort of crazy to me in a sense, but it's like, you'd think that, like, after everything, like after the end game and all that, like everything would be cleaned up, so to speak, where it's like, you wouldn't see, where you wouldn't see, dead bodies or other things like that, but, eh. It's like, what can you do? Alright, so... Okay, so yeah, as you can see, there are some characters in this, in the whole character bio that have like a little like thing on it on the bottom left-hand side of the name, and that's basically because you can go to get what's known as patient interview tapes. You can kind of like hear various little things here and there. So I kind of figured, be like, hey, I'll start with the Joker. So. Yeah, like I said, this is pretty much going to be like the finale of the stream of the game for a good long while. And I figured like I say, because it's going to be kind of like a chill type of thing. I'm not really going to be playing anything else from it, but yeah, I'm going to just play the tapes. Maybe I might react to it here and there, but without further ado, Here we go.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Oh, is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink blots again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sharpie, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not that I'm like an expert on this, that, and the other, but part of me thinks to myself, it's like just hearing someone say, "Oh, I know I can cure you," and it's like, can you really?
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinzel, I know. I've seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your childhood.
Oh, ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
Wow.
Take patient interview 20. Joker is more interesting than I originally believed. When Project Titan is operational, I believe Joker will be the perfect test subject. Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
Of course. I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the circus, but my father wouldn't really let me.
I don't believe you.
My father was a cop. 1 week from retirement when the mob...
I've seen the movie. What are you scared of?
Scared?
Yes, scared. There's obviously something. Something that made you what you are.
What if I'm too scared to remember? It hurts too much.
Then I can help you.
Hearing this and like hearing this thing, this little bit and everything, it kind of takes me back to Arkham Knight in a sense, because we were always because like there I think there's like a bit of like a thing going on where it's like Joker's not known to be afraid of anything, but like at the end of it, even though for whatever fucking reason, like I can never seem to have that scene play while streaming it because because Sony wants to be asshats, be like, oh, this is going to be blocked for your viewers, because you're fucking direct doing it directly, like streaming directly from the PlayStation and all that. But man, like I was remember like the whole time where apparently like Joker has a fear of like it seemed like Joker has like a fear of being forgotten. Like he always wants to be remembered for for everything, but then it's like, oh, like all of a sudden, it's like everyone turns like a blind eye. It's like, who, like Joker, who, he did what now, this and the other. And it's like, it seems like that's really was known to get to him.
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success. Even my funding woes have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc, keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
You sure?
We're fine. Aren't we, Joker?
Oh, yes. Well, if you insist. I'm just outside, okay? So is he here? Did your patient X arrive?
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what? How do
I know you have Bane strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry? Would you believe a lucky guess?
So yeah, this was like the whole thing that we found out um, where Joker apparently was, dying as an alias named Jack White and funding the research for Dr. Young's Titan project.
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Doc. Had to split. I hate small, confined spaces. Reminds me of my childhood.
Another lie?
Who knows? I certainly don't, but let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well, then it won't be funny.
So yeah, I believe like that's that's when we slowly kind of pieced together everything, from like all this to why Joker decided to more or less allow himself to be captured, to come back to the asylum is because of the Titan formula and all that. And it's like, oh, fucking Dr. Young didn't want to continue the funds or whatever, and so he was trying to back out, but Joker being who he is like, oh, I'm not gonna stand for that shit. So, all right. So next up is Killer Croc. Has some interview tape stuff with him.
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
The mouth on this guy.
Taped patient session 2. Patient name Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
Yeah, part of me is kind of 50-50 on whether or not it actually is true or not. You know. But then again, it's like the whole situation is, like I'm not one to really like dig into like the lore or anything like that about like the characters and all that. But I don't know.
Sit down and shut up. You think I'm scared of you, Cash? I've got your scent. You're and I've got yours too. Know what? It stinks. Carry on, Doc.
Please don't do that again, Mr. Cash. It's not helping. I'm sorry about the cops, but what can we do if you insist on hospitalizing 3 dogs?
Strap on whatever you like, Doc. This thing just tickles. I'm happy to wait here. Wait for the bat. He'll be back, and I'll kill him. Then Cash. Then you. In your dream. Now get him. Now.
Oh, hello, Pookie Jasmine. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. But yeah, I'm just thinking about like the whole situation of that because I think this is probably like Cash, before Cash had his hand bitten off and he had a hook and all that. Hello there. Welcome on in. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just doing a little bit of a thing with Arkham Asylum, just playing patient interview tapes to kind of just get, talking about them a little bit. Yeah, not much. Like I said, I'm just doing a little random stream of this game. Because this is pretty much going to be the last stream that I do of this game, because I've basically have done everything that I can in this game for the most part. Like I've done 3 playthroughs on 3 different difficulties, and I'm just kind of just, having like a little bit of a moment, just listening to patient interview tapes and whatnot before I install this game. So yeah, currently we're listening into the patient interview tapes with Killer Croc because yeah, because I wanted to do like a bit of a thing where it was like we got to hear all the stuff that things you could be able to get while playing the game. So.
Patient interview, Valen Jones. Progress has been slow. What happened back in that house?
Just business.
Business? What kind of business practices result in a house full of mutilated corpses?
I don't like having my time wasted. Someone doesn't pay. They need a lesson. They owed me.
So you killed them, tore up their bodies. The police never found all the pieces.
They should have looked in the sewers.
Hey Badger, how are you?
After a while. Usually takes about 8 hours. Time to go, Frank. Get up.
If you don't mind, can I ask something? As long as it's not like too personal or whatever. But we'll see. But hey, Badger, how you doing? Why did you refuse graphic designing? Oh my god. So this is normally be where the part where I would probably do a bit of banning, but you wanna know why? Because I'm tired of pretty much everyone always coming in, like graphic designer be like, hey, like, hey, I'm, come commission me, and do this or that and the other. I can make your channel pop, and it's like, what makes you think I have money, And I'm sick and tired of always having to deal with, people like that, where it's like, you think it's like, hey, like, hey, come commission me, like, and all that stuff, and it grew to the point, it gets so tiring to the point where it's like, I start pretty much just banning people. Be like, you know what? I don't want you around. Like, I'm not interested. And if you want to decide to do a little thing for free, then it's like, you know what? It's not for me. So, yeah. Thanks, Badger. I really appreciate it. If you, I don't know if you have to like lurk out in the back or whatever, but I appreciate it. It's pretty much gonna be like kind of like a chill stream, not really doing much other than just like listening to tapes and whatnot. Like I said, 'cause it's gonna be like the final Arkham Asylum stream that I do for a good long while.
Patient interview. Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc. Last night, the patient...
His show, his choice, the end. Pretty much, yes.
Patient interview. Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc. Last night, the patient was pacified after a breakout attempt. Gardarin Cash is in hospital. Reports state that the patient attacked Cash and in the struggle consumed his left hand. Cash is lucky to be alive. He lost a lot of blood.
Me too. I nearly choked on that bony hand of his.
That's disgusting. He could have died.
He's just food to me. And once I get a taste, I want the rest of the meal. You know what I mean.
Get him out of here. Now.
Got your scent too, lady. I'll see you around. Tick tock, tick tock.
Okay, so apparently this was the moment of like I think like sometime after after all that. Are you a long-term Batman fan? I started reading Batman back in the late 1980s. I kinda am, Badger, but like there are some things I never was able to do. Like I never really read like I never really read like like comic books or anything like that. I was like I just remember like like watching a few different like animated shows, like animated TV shows, like a few like movies, like live action type movies, to add cartoon, stuff like that, um, and one of the things that I always remember, and one thing I always remember was playing the Batman Arkham games. Like because I've been known to play like Arkham Asylum in the city for a long while, and then when I found out about like Arkham Knight and all that, but that's kind of how things were. And I've always said this before, but it's like Arkham City is probably one of my favorite Batman games in the series that I know of. With Arkham Knight kind of being second because of because of how you can do a little bit more things in there. And not that I'm saying like that the like Arkham Asylum's bad, but like it's kind of like a it feels kind of like a slow pace, and especially like when it comes to the combat and everything. So yeah, that's always kind of how that's always kind of how I view things with the Arkham games. Alright, so Harley's next. I believe this was going to be kind of a little bit different, where it's like we kind of see how she goes from Harleen Quinzel to Harley Quinn. So
Harleen Quinzel?
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now. These are hardcore psychotics.
when people have
Most
their
would rather kill you than
yeah,
speak to
exactly.
you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast. I mean it. One or two of them will enjoy it too. Be careful.
So yeah, this is apparently this is the part where Harley decides to work gets a job at Arkham.
Patient interview number 1.
So, I'm your first, am I, Toots? You know what they say, you never forget your first time. I'll try to make it memorable for you.
Oh, you already have. Tell me, why do you do the things you do?
Why do you think I do it?
Fame, notoriety, a desire to stand out from the crowd, a wicked sense of humor.
You're good. How did you figure me out, Doc? I've had doctors poking around in here for years, and no one mind my saying, beautiful as you.
Really? You're just playing with me.
Well, you'll never know, will you? Unless...
Unless what? Tell me.
Oh gosh. So I think I remember like some bits and pieces about like the whole situation with Harley Quinn and Joker, where it's like she decides to work to take a job up in Arkham. And then she kind of, and like, the one patient, and everything that she always would, be, interested in per se was Joker, and all that. And then it's like, they kind of like slowly but surely started forming like a bond, like a special type of bond.
Care to tell me how these got in my office?
Simple, really? I put them there. Why? You don't like flowers?
I think the guards would be interested to know you've been out of your cell.
Oh, if you really were going to tell, you already would have.
How do you know I haven't already?
Sweet, I like you. I really do. Even your name. Rework it a bit and we get...
Harley Quinn, like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think there's someone here I can relate to. Someone who might like to hear my secrets.
Really? Go on.
Not here, my dear. Too many ears and eyes. Come back tonight. I'll be ready for you.
Hey Hannah, how are you?
He's crazy, you know.
Who? Batman?
No, Santa Claus. Of course, Batman. Always Batman. I've seen it in his eyes. Screaming mad stalkers. And dishonest. Hiding his face behind a fright mask. Well, no masks for me. I have nothing to hide. I laugh at the cruel absurdity of the world. But Batman, he's got them all fooled. He's made them think he can make a difference, that he can actually make things better. And the joke of it is,
Yeah.
they all believe it.
The police?
The police, the media, the frickin' junior rangers. Every last sack of walking meat in this urban cesspool. Listen, sweets, Batman knows we're all on the same funhouse slide into madness. Why won't he admit it? He's up there in his belfry laughing at us. And the real gag is the miserable liar is allowed to run free while I'm in here.
That's really incisive.
Then you understand, don't you? You know why I do what I have to do. You know Gotham's only real savior is me.
Oh man. Yeah, just like of all the moments and stuff that I remember like seeing and hearing in the in the Batman stuff, it's always been like the whole situation with Harley and Joker.
I got what you wanted.
You did? I mean, good. How did you smuggle it in? Actually, I don't want to know. So are you ready to stop that evil, murdering bat once and for all?
Of course I am. He needs to pay for what he's done to you.
Give it here then, quickly. Come on, Doc. We've got ourselves a bat to kill.
Yeah.
Doc's outputting. Say hello to your new and improved Harley Quinn.
So yeah, the moment where like Harley Quinzel becomes Harley Quinn, and pretty much has like teams up with Joker and all that, and it helps break them out. I know, right? You're crazy. Okay, nothing now. Here. Alright, so next up is the Riddler. This is gonna be interesting. You wanna know what April 1st is, don't you? Yeah, it's April Fool's Day. Alright, so yeah, Edward Nygma, aka Riddler. Yeah, this is like, the thing where it's like, oh, we never see him. Yeah, that is true. So when it comes to Riddler, for sure, man, oh, for sure. I think though, if I remember correctly, I think he said that he's pretty much done playing. I think Mark Hamill said he was actually done playing as the Joker. Like he's never going to reprise that role. The one that Luke Skywalker plays the Joker. They were really surprised. It's definitely like a thing, to really think about, and where it's like, you got a guy, who played a hero type character in Luke Skywalker. Pretty much been an infamous, pretty much an infamous, super criminal in the form of in the form of Joker. Oh, most definitely. And it kind of reminds me of something too, because Batman, Spider-Man, yeah, the best villains. I never really seen a whole lot of stuff involving Spider-Man, but like I've seen bits and pieces of it. But yeah, I can kind of see that being the case. But yeah, it's like it reminded me of a time where, I found this out one random day, but there's this game that my friend Onyx likes to play. It's called Torrance Passage. I'm pretty sure YouTube might know it because I know he likes to stream it a lot. But I remember like at one point in time, I remember hearing somewhere that the voice actor who did Torrent was um was also the same person who voiced G-Man and the Half-Life games. But that was pretty interesting. Where it's like, you got like a blonde hair, farm boy looking, type of character who ends up actually being a prince, but he just didn't know it because he got separated at birth from his real parents, and then becoming like, a mysterious, a mysterious suited, you know being known only as G-Man, and pretty much just seemed like he was like bending reality or something like that. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, when it comes to Riddler, um, first game. This is pretty much the first game where you get introduced to him, but you never really get to see him. Like, you never really get to see him. All you do is like, you just hear him through voice, or the comms and whatnot. And then it's like, when you get all the when you like when you do all of his challenges and whatnot, it's like you get do a little thing where it's like you send the info to Gotham Police to track him down. But I think, like, I don't know if he escapes or if he somehow gets caught, but you can only just hear it, not in audio form. But anyway, let's play the first tape, shall we?
Patient interview 21. Patient's name is Edward Nygma, also known as the Riddler. So, Edward, Warden Sharp tells me you've been leaving threatening riddles scrawled on the asylum walls. Again.
One would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby, it crawls on 4 legs. As an adult, it walks on 2. And in later years, it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby. True, it crawls on all 4s, but cut off its legs and it can only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
It's horrible. How can you even joke about that?
Easily, Doctor. It's not my baby.
Wow. That's actually the one thing I remembered, like, 'Cause even though like I never really heard like all the patient interview tapes and all that, but like I just remember like the first, I just remember like the first thing, when you get you get the thing with Riddler, it's like he does the thing with Doctor Young, and it's like gives her a little riddle thing, and it's like and it's like and his answer is a baby. Oh, most definitely not.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nigma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nigma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process. I'd like to talk about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination with riddles began. I believe discussing those years could explain your compulsive behavior.
Very well. My father hated me. Always called me a moron.
I see.
I was determined to prove him wrong, so I entered a contest at school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't, and he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
Wow, Riddler always wanted to win by being the smartest out one there is. Yeah. And look where that got him.
Patient interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nigma. I have yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family? Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Guard!
Doesn't know when to stop, does he? Crazy motherfucker he be. It kind of makes it, I have to say though, like it kind of like I'm thinking about like the whole situation was like the Arkham Riddler, I think like Arkham games Riddler and the one from like the Telltale games. It's like I want to say it's like both of those were completely different in my opinion.
Let's discuss your obsession with Batman.
Hardly an obsession, Miss Young. I simply feel an obligation to expose
Oh,
him.
do you? Or
You
is
know
there
who he
now?
is?
More important, I know what he is.
What do you mean?
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics. He's a criminal. No different than Joker or Two-Face. Or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets?
I don't...
With money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman bribes him. The answers are right in front of your stupid, gawking face.
Edward, please, calm down.
Wake up, Gotham! No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
Like the crazy obsessions that some of these characters have with Batman, and it's like, they always think of him as like a villain, and it's like, oh, you belong here and here like the rest of us, and just like,
This is my final interview with Edward. I have gone as far as I can. I can no longer tolerate his mood swings and tantrums. I have more important work to be getting on with. He He will be transferred to Dr. Whistler's care as of next week.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Edward. You're in a good mood.
I'm always in rare spirits when I'm about to be released.
Edward, you know you don't come up for parole for another 3 years.
First thing I'll do is have dinner at that Italian place on 19th Street.
Seriously, Edward.
I only hope Joker hasn't completely trashed the city. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough.
Wait, have you been in contact with the Joker? He escaped Arkham weeks ago.
And yet, one hears things.
What things? What have you heard?
Oh, something about a surprise party for Batman. I forget the rest. You know Joker. Yak, yak, yak.
Edward, if you know anything, you've got to tell me. Lives could be at stake. What did Joker say?
You forget, Doctor. I'm the one who asks the riddles.
So apparently, when it comes to Riddler, it's like he somehow heard, I guess maybe like heard through the grapevine. If it wanted to be here, but that was always fun. Racial rule. I think Raish is actually on here, but I don't think he has like a patient interview tape thing. Yeah, no, that's Armadale's Arkham. No. Oh, here it is, right here. Ra's al Ghul. You know, yeah, he's right there. Let's see. Like some of the characters, at least in this game, don't all have like patient interview tapes and all that. So it's kind of like a rare thing, you know, for in some cases. All right, so next one apparently is Mr. Zsasz, aka Victor Zsasz. I remember like the times when I'd be playing Arkham City and I would have to, you know, deal with his whole little side mission thing. It's like, oh, you know, there's like a random payphone, and you know, in Arkham City, you have to like, you know, that you have to like, you know, answer, and then you have to go to you have to find like another little area to, you know, to do that, and you have to like, you know, try and do like a little like game of tracking and all that. Favorite villain, but not many people seem to like him. I think he's one. I think he's one. I think he's one to mention. And which villain is that, Hannah? Which one are you referring to? While I wait for that, I'm gonna go ahead and just play first take.
Taped patient evaluation 1. Patient name is Victor Zsasz. Diagnosed clinically insane after the murder of at least
Scarecrow.
20 women in the Gotham area. Hello, Victor. I'm Dr. Cassidy. Seeing as this is our first session, let's spend some time getting to know each other.
I don't need to know you, Miss Cassidy. Everything is meaningless.
Don't you think that's a very negative outlook on life, Victor?
You've no doubt read my file.
Yes, I have. It says you come from a wealthy family, that your parents died, how you lost all the money gambling.
And none of it matters.
Why do you keep saying that, Victor?
Because the only thing that does matter is the mark. Have you seen my work, Miss Cassidy?
If you're referring to the marks on your...
Of course I mean my tally marks. And I have a space for yours. Do you want to see where?
Yeah, I think Scarecrow actually might have one. Yeah, because he's right next to Freeze. Yeah, so this kind of, so yeah, going back to Arkham. Yeah, so going back to Arkham City though, like, yeah, we found out, you know, through Zaz's little story where it's like, you know, he was known to be a wealthy type of he was known to be very rich and wealthy and all that, um and then his parents died, and then I believe because it's been a hot minute, but I believe like what had happened was he went to the Iceberg Lounge. Hung up his But I believe like when it comes to Zaz's story, like he went to the Iceberg Lounge, to get do some gambling, probably like make more, earn more on his money or whatever, and then he managed to get up to the quote unquote like the big table where he saw like Penguin, and all that, and all that. And like he was like he's playing, they're playing cards, and he put his thing on his thing down, but then Penguin was was laughing, he puts all his cards down, and then found out the Penguin had like the better hand, so.
Taped patient evaluation 5. Victor is not responding well to treatment. Victor, yesterday we spoke about the people you killed.
Ah, the zombies.
They are all people, Victor.
They are zombies. Continuously shuffling through the daily grind, waiting for someone to liberate them.
You mean kill them? The police report states that you've murdered, or liberated, if you like, 20 young women in the last 3 months. Each had her throat slit and was left posed.
They were all lucky to be chosen to receive my gift.
I doubt they would agree with you.
Really? How about you, Miss Cassidy? As you take the elevator to your apartment each night, open the 6 locks to apartment 433. Remember you forgot to buy your cat food. Again,
How do you know
as
where
you sit down on your favorite red chair, cat on lap, just waiting for something to happen. I can make it happen, Sarah. I am your salvation.
Oh, I think I remember this, and it does not go well.
Patient's name is Victor Saz. For the record, the patient has transferred from Dr. Cassidy, who is on leave after the incident last week. Hello, Victor. Please, take a seat. Guards, you can leave us.
Sorry, Doctor. Warden's orders. I can't leave you alone with him.
I understand. Hello, Victor. How are you feeling today? Victor, I can't help you if you don't speak.
Depressed. Does that help you? Can you get into my mind, Doctor?
Why depressed?
I'm just thinking about the one that got away. The one I chose. I needed the mark. I want the mark!
So he's talking about the doctor who he's getting interviewed by, and everything. So yeah.
Victor has been more subdued recently. Response to medication has been poor. Hello, Victor. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today? Victor! This is going nowhere. Guards! Get him out of here!
You heard the doctor. Get out. Didn't you hear me?
He's got a knife! Ah! Get a trike in him! Get a trike in him! Oh, God! He's on Bill! He's cutting him! Get him off! Get him off! We need help here!
How this motherfucker got a knife, I will never understand that.
Victor has been in isolation since the attack on Zagar last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review his notes. I am increasingly worried he cannot be cured. He has no empathy for his victims. Deep down, I believe he views all of us as potential victims.
Doc, are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God!
Don't worry, Doc. You're in the safest place. He's definitely left the island.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. He'll need to kill again. Do you understand me? Needs to. Oh, no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy.
Hello?
Sarah, it's Gretchen. Listen to me.
Hold on. There's someone at the door.
Sarah, do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer the door. It says he's free.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, that could be a possibility too, Alan. You know, he probably, you know, because sometimes, you know, some people, you know, could make something out of, some people, you know, could make a sharp object out of something that you know, that you would find, you know, let round out and about, you know, and the whole thing. Alright, so now is Poison Ivy for the next patient interview tape. Definitely kind of curious how that's going to be. I think I remember one part of this, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Pamela Lillian Isley, November 12th, 11:33 a.m. Good morning, Pamela. How are you today?
Fine. Today is a special day.
What do you mean?
This is the anniversary of my new life. When I found my true self, my destiny.
Are you referring to the event with Dr. Woodrow?
Yes. What else? Of course, at the time I thought Jason had poisoned me. But in retrospect, he did me a huge favor.
And why do you believe what he did has helped you?
He showed me the bigger world. A world I should
And
protect.
the interview tape dated
Of
April
course, my first
24th.
offer was rejected.
Offer? You tried to kill everyone in Gotham.
Well, sometimes you need to prove back hard in order to make something flourish.
So yeah, I'm trying to like remember, even though like I know a lot of people consider it to be like a really bad movie, but like the Batman and Robin movie, where Uma Thurman was you know, played as Pamela Isley, you know, slash Poison Ivy and all that. Kind of like remember like the time where it's like, oh, you know, where it's like, you know, like it seemed, you know, like she was it seemed like, you know, she was you know, kind of like a lab assistant or something like that, and then all of a sudden, you know, she kind of like it kind of like went willy nilly, and then was like, oh, kind of had like a brand new lease on life, and like she was bald again, you know, type of stuff.
Patient interview, Pamela Lillian Isley, November 14th, 10:21 a.m. Hello, Pamela. Today I'd like to go back to something you said in our last conversation.
Ask me anything you like.
You said your first offer to help Gotham was rejected. How can you possibly believe that?
What do you mean?
You released thousands of poisonous spores into Gotham, killed hundreds of people. How does that help anybody?
I'm not interested in bodies, Doctor. Horrible fleshy sacks walking around destroying my poor babies with their greed and arrogance.
But aren't you one of those fleshy sacks? Were a doctor too. How can you turn your back on us?
Quite easily as it happens. But not you, Stephen. You're different. I feel we have a connection.
Really? You do?
Of course.
April 29th of April 2016. What exactly is that day? Why exactly is that day so special? I mean, I might not know off the top of my head, so.
Pamela, I got you what you asked for. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, Stephen.
Oh,
I
Arbor
love
Day.
it. Such a beautiful flower. Do you mind if I keep it?
Oh, no, Pamela, I can't leave it. It's against all the rules. I'll just bring it and show it to you when I visit.
But it's me, Stephen. I get so lonely on my own. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you?
No, of course not. Keep it. Just don't let anyone see. Really, no one.
You can trust me, Stephen. Thank you. Now give me a kiss.
I can't. People will see.
No one's watching. What's wrong with you? Don't you love me? Call me Ivy.
Of course I love you.
Like, oh boy.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, Warden? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
I have no time for your
Alright.
Isley. Tell me where you have him. We have security footage of you and him leaving your cell last night.
So,
Do I need to spell it out? We know you hypnotized him, or whatever it is you do. We know he took you somewhere, but conveniently, security cameras across the island were mysteriously covered by leaves and flowers at 3 a.m. Now tell me what it is.
I'm not saying a word unless you do exactly
So the doc dude's missing, and obviously Poison Ivy's not gonna spill the beans.
We found him, no thanks to you. The poor man could have died.
So,
He has a wife, a child.
as do the plants he travels underfoot. The spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of plants before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you know, Warden. It's all connected.
Oh boy. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so it looks like the final patient interview tape. Looks like patient interview tape is going to be from the Scarecrow, and then there is the whole Spirit of Arkham thing, which we are gonna play it and everything, but we're gonna save that for last. So. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of just do everything, because like I said, unless if someone has like some sort of idea for like a challenge type of playthrough, for playing Arkham Asylum, this is going to be the last stream that I do of this game, all that. So I figure I kind of do like a little send off where it's like, oh, I'm gonna play the patient interview tapes and possibly like some of the other stuff you can be able to get.
Patient interview 1. Patient was referred to me after the incident with Dr. Murphy. He appears to have suffered a breakdown of sorts. I believe it was brought about after the loss of his wife and child. As yet,
Not really a thing you can do on PlayStation, from what I know, Hannah.
Shows little mental activity. It's as if the shock of what he saw triggered his mental collapse.
There's someone in here! It's him. We found him. Break down the door.
Note to self. As ever, it is difficult to continue my research under such conditions.
Step away from Dr. Combs. Now. Get down on the ground.
We found them. Someone get a medic. Oh, God, what's he done to him?
Yeah, that'd probably be like a thing. Yeah, that'd probably be like a thing that you can only do for PC, unless it's like there was some sort of like, unless there was like some sort of way to do it from console. But the only thing I can really think about is if like someone was like, hey, why don't you, why don't you play through the game without maybe without maybe having the armor upgrade or something like that. But I don't know. So.
Patient interview 6. Dr. Crane has been back in custody for 3 weeks. Regular sessions have been inconclusive. I am not sure he is actually insane.
Good evening, Stephen. How are you tonight?
I'm conducting the session, Jonathan.
Of course. If that helps you cope, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's talk about the events 3 weeks ago. What did you think you'd achieve? Dr. Murphy is still in therapy.
I wanted to understand him. His personal demons, his fears. It's all quite fascinating, really.
But you were a respected doctor. A brilliant mind. Now just another resident in Arkham.
Can I have a drink? A strong one? This kind of question bores me.
I'm afraid not.
Interesting choice of words, Doctor. Tell me, what are you afraid of?
I look at the image of Scarecrow here, and I'm looking at the weapon that he has, which basically is like a scythe, and it kind of reminds me of Postal in a way, because in Postal you can actually have a scythe that has like a handle thing, that kind of has like a handle thing on it, but I think like it's kind of farther away from the blade and all that, so.
Patient interview 9. Dr. Crane continues to evade questions. I believe he is quite sane, just evil. He takes no interest in the people he has hurt. His research appears to be the only motivating factor in his life. What is it about fear that drives your obsession?
Fear drives everything, Stephen. Everything. Your life is governed by fear. Every decision you make is a product of that fear.
Don't be ridiculous.
You married your wife. Margaret, isn't it? Because you were scared of dying alone. You have children because you're scared of leaving nothing behind that really matters. You go to the doctors because you're scared of dying. Do I need to go on?
No. I think that will be all for today. Guards?
Show his first appearance in the Batman / Superman Hour cartoon series. Yeah. Even though even though like, I haven't really seen that probably ever, or at least in a long while, but I know that like a lot of characters from like different universes and adaptations and stuff, I have their own little like looks and
Today I
whatnot.
have another interview with Crane. I cannot say I am looking forward to it. I've been feeling anxious. I don't like to admit it, but I think he's getting to me.
How are you today?
I keep telling you, this is my session.
It was your session, Doctor, but not anymore.
Are you okay, Doc?
I think. Yes,
Oh, he's fine. Just questioning his grip on reality. You should be doing the same any second.
Huh? Is that you? Wait, what are you doing? Get off of me. Help! I need help here! I can't breathe!
Like I said, you're all part of my experiment now.
So apparently someone managed to guess like get some fear gas going and got 2 people with it.
Asylum Interview 1. My experiment is underway. Working alone, I have created my ultimate fear gas. Its potency, a revelation.
They're all over me! Please, Daddy. Don't do it!
Give one. Give one. I have pumped enough gas into the medical center to break 100 minds. It should only be a matter of time before... What?
Give it up. Now!
How are you still standing? How come it's not affecting you?
Who says it's not?
I knew it. What was it like? What have you seen?
Officer Cash, get this formula to the air conditioning system now. You failed, Crane. Again. I've been working with Dr. Kellogg in creating an antidote to the toxins in your cologne. He fooled you, Crane. How does that make you feel? Threatened?
Yep,
Humiliated?
it's Batman.
Scared?
Yeah, pretty much Batman comes in, puts a stop to Crane's plans and everything. So yeah. Phew. Wait. I just thought of something. I think I remember, hold on. Like, I just realized I didn't have the fucking, apparently on this save file, I didn't have the damn final thing, so... I think I'm remembering as to why I was in the place that you would normally go to whenever you would, try and get like the final piece, so... But give me just a second, bear with me everyone. I think about like where, if I'm going the right way or not. this. Okay, no, this is not the place. This is where you would save a couple of Arkham guards from a trap that Harley pretty much like planted or sprung or whatever. So maybe this is. I think this might be here. Yeah. Let's see. This is where you would find Ivy. Okay. Okay, so character bios, and now we're gonna start from first message and go from there.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Through my actions, I have saved this cursed city, though my own curse is to forever remain in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it. My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us. As Gotham's veins slowly filled with pain and suffering, the effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night.
Yeesh.
My journey lasted little over a month. Visiting academics in both Metropolis and Keystone, I was exposed to a wealth of new ideas. I began my day returning home in good spirits, eager to see my wife and family. I ended it kneeling in their blood, broken fragments of my life, pouring through dripping red fingers. I returned to my work, but I could not shake the pictures from my mind. I should have been repulsed, but I was more eager than ever to find an explanation for why someone would do this. They brought the animal before me, shameless and barking like a mad dog. For what felt like days, I endured his boasts. He took pleasure recounting his actions, cataloguing his depraved crimes. What should have been revenge turned to pity. This poor dog needed my help.
I have the random hunch that he's probably talking about Joker.
The island changed little over the years. Its reputation was in tatters, but I vowed to fix it. As the buildings were rebuilt, I saw the future. A bright, wonderful future. New brick, metal and paint covered old wounds. Fresh blood was injected into the body. Bright new minds came, and all swore to uphold our promises. We all knew we were the ones to fix this city, and the city would thank us.
The city would thank us.
My family's killer stood in front of me. Years of therapy have deemed him sane. I was proud to see him walk free. In exchange for his liberty, the state required only a signature. He talked about wanting to walk in a park, how he longed to feel fresh air on his face. And then he took my father's fountain pen and killed my secretary. As he was subdued, he screamed out, pleading for forgiveness, for pity. But I had none. I watched as guards beat him to a stain on the floor.
Jeez.
Spring was a turning point, a new beginning, a glorious realization of my true destiny. My family's killer perished in an unfortunate accident. These animals cannot be cured. Like dogs, they only respond to discipline. And if that fails, then I was afraid that these accidents would have to continue. I took a walk around my island. I passed by the penitentiary and felt nauseous at the thought of the filth it contained. I looked out over the Gotham Bay, and in the distance I saw lights. No doubt boats bringing more filthy degenerates to my city. I swore again to protect her from this darkness. I argued with the latest group of young, eager doctors. They bored me with theories and ideas, proving that they had no theories on how to cure these animals. Only one shared my vision. I offered her the chance to explore her dreams. She accepted. We'll make a good team.
She... Could it be Dr. Young?
The Gotham police dragged a new patient to the island. They said he was responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of the city's vagrants. As I looked at his disgusting body, all scales and teeth, my mind ran free, dreaming of delicious punishments to break this monster. Doctors gathered around, poking it, examining, but only I knew what would cure him, once and for all.
Nah, okay, so about the Joker thing, I feel like that was probably not it, but either this is talking about the Joker or this is talking about Croc. 'Cause those are the only two I can think of off the top of my
The
head.
beast was too strong. His animal savagery nearly cost me my life. I took my frustrations out on a lone patient. His case notes suggested he was a paranoid schizophrenic. His pleas, as I beat him to death, suggested much more. His confessions were illuminating. My path was clear.
A clear path, huh?
Every day I found the patients more distracting. Their insane mutterings and constant twitching disgusted me. There was only one way to cure this evil. Only one way to purify the city and ensure its future. I needed to prepare myself. I needed to be ready. I had a sudden pang of conscience. I sought counsel from my priest on the choices I had made. I asked him if it was a sin to kill in order to save a life. The holy man said all life was sacred, but a judgment would not be upon my soul if I acted to save another. I left the confessional with my soul uplifted, convinced more than ever I am doing a service not only to mankind, but to God as well.
Yeesh.
I watched in silence as he brought in the woman. Her skin now a venomous green. The wanton creature no longer looked like a human being, much less a woman.
This
The
sounds like
Bible
Ivy.
says, "Suffer not a witch to live." Yet he has once again delivered this female atrocity to our care. Once I have dealt with the monster, I think it will be time to see if green wood does, in fact, burn.
Okay, so yeah, this definitely sounds like he's talking about Ivy.
Sitting in the darkness outside of his cell, I watched the crazed twitching, listened to the disgusting words that came from his mouth. How can I let a dirty animal like this live? He is the cancer I have sworn to protect the city from. Curse me for a fool. How could I not see it until now? The monster had a confederate. I hid in the darkness near his cell, and saw with my own eyes one of the doctors whispering to him. She looked at him through the transparent barrier with tenderness, with, dare I say, desire. My skin crawled with revulsion as she kissed the glass. Fighting the urge to dash the woman's head through the glass, I let her continue. The damnable clown might have shared secrets with her that would be useful once the mad dog has been executed. I'm sure the woman will reveal what she knows to me. If not willingly, then certainly under electronic persuasion. After that, a lobotomy, I think. Unfortunate for one so young. But her lust has put the reputation of Arkham at stake. Yes, a lobotomy. The very thing. There is no other way to ensure her silence in this regrettable matter.
Okay, now that I can definitely tell. That's the whole situation of Harley and Joker. You know, when Harley was kind of like falling head over heels for Joker.
Yet again, I found myself watching him. No one can provide a cure. He laughs in the face of those who try. Amadeus would not have let him live. And neither should I. One last sip of cognac, and I was ready.
Oh boy.
He watched as I entered the cell. He smiled as I showed him the knife. I told him how I will use it, how I will cleanse this city. And then, terror. I was paralyzed. I struggled. I screamed, but I was silent. The monster looked at me, expressionless. He ran my blade slowly across my forehead. A smile cracked across his horrible porcelain face, and I heard the filth fall from his mouth. He laughed and called me that horrible name. It must have been Crane, another one who doesn't deserve to live. Why do these people thrive on chaos? Joker, in particular, desired anarchy. And since his escape will no doubt wreak it upon my city, I feel this is the end for my diary. Joker will be recaptured. My story will be told. I am not afraid. If Arkham becomes my cell, then I will know I did my best. I will be remembered. I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Even though Amadeus had long since passed, his spirit lived on, surviving, moving through the walls of his asylum. When it chose me, I felt proud. I was honored to continue his work, to cleanse this city. If you are strong-willed enough to follow my tales, you are strong-minded enough to deduce my identity. Come and find me, friend. Together, we will save Gotham.
Alright, so...
My name is Quincy Sharp, the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. You have done well to decipher my story, and I pray it has helped you on your path. I trust that through my writings you will do what is right. Please, I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
So yeah, apparently through all that, it was in the end, it was Quincy Sharp, you know, the warden of the asylum. So, yeah. I mean, probably. I don't know. I don't really have a straight answer for that, but yeah. But yeah, that was the patient interview tapes, and also that was the you know, the whole thing with in the spirit of the whole thing was, you know, Amadeus Arkham. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this stream. So yeah. I will say that it's definitely been quite the ride, you know, being able to like not only well, thank you for coming, Hannah. I really appreciate it, you know, and everything. But yeah, I will say like it has been quite the ride, you know, playing through the Arkham games again. You know, especially like you know having the ability to like you know not only you know like not only play through it, but also be able to play through it 3 different times on 3 different difficulties. You know, to see how see how things are, and like kind of like to be in that way to sort of like test myself, be like, oh, I've I played these games before, you know, and all that. So it's like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a kind of like I say like I want to kind of like say it's like a nice little build up, you know, if that makes any sense. But but yeah, like I said, this pretty much going to be the last Arkham Asylum stream that I do, at least for a good long while, unless someone comes in and be like, hey, you know, I got this idea where you know you can be able to revisit Arkham Asylum, but you know you can, you know, but it's like you have like you can do this, but you can't do that, you know, and all that, because because I know there's probably like some ways people might have like some ideas for like you know, hey, you know, play it like see if he can still survive the game, but not, like not have like say, like not have like any armor or or something like that. But I don't know. Though I kind of doubt that anyone's going to be wanting to see that because like I'm not really the big streamer type of person. I doubt anyone's going to be asking for something like that. But if someone does, then probably one day in the future, I might reinstall Arkham Asylum and be like, okay, I want to try this out and see how things go. But I just want to say first and foremost, to everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. Not only this stream, but but also like my whole playthrough of the game in general. Um, I definitely have made some fun with this game. Like I said, I'm not saying like Arkham Asylum is a bad game or whatever. Like it's not, but I feel like with like how some of the other the Arkham games are, from like like City and Night and all that. Like things like things kind of like pick up, and I know like people would say about like how Arkham Asylum was the game that started it all, and like how like combat started from this and then evolved into that. Like I get that, like I get like when games have like like a starting point and how things might change as far as like gameplay goes. And again, I'm not saying like this is a bad game, like not at all. Like I definitely am having some fun with this game, especially like being able to see the whole situation of like, oh, you're playing as Batman and you're trapped on an island with a bunch of super crazed criminals, and other stuff like that, and also to be able to hear, and also like, and also technically to think about it in a way like this is at least from what I know was like the last time that the original voice actor for Harley Quinn actually reprised her role because from Arkham City onward is when it was done by Tara Strong. And I know she didn't like voice every single character. I know she didn't voice like every single Harley Quinn afterwards, but like in terms like like the Arkham games, it's like it was like the original voice actor for Harley Quinn, and then Tara took over in the City and Night and stuff like that. So, but but yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a fun game. After I end the stream and all that, I will be uninstalling this game. I probably might actually try and install Arkham City again, and I might, kind of think about when I'll start my third run of that or something. But who knows? Uh, excuse me. Alright, so yeah, if anyone, for those who are in the chat right now and everything, especially for those that might be lurking out and about, there's the raid message. Because we are going to raid out. Because I like being able to raid people after my streams, whether it be from like like a scheduled stream time thing, or if I'm doing like a random stream of, of God knows what. So. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so, just get my phone. See see what's up, see who we can be able to possibly find. RE4 HD mod. Hey, I see my stream on the live feed. Curious fun, curious fun. Yeah, forgive me if I go silent and everything like that. I'm just, wanting to try and find someone to raid and everything. Check here for the hell of it. Check some random ass night rain streams. So let's look at this real quick. Okay, yeah, I've been live for that long, so might have found someone. Question is, are we gonna be able to raid into them? Interesting name for sure. But yeah, so my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be on Wednesday as part of my 2-day slow week of streaming. I'll be doing another little installment of Weapons Mod Wednesday. I might play around with the Titan D-Make mod for Doom 1 because I managed to get that some time ago and want to kind of like, play around with that or something. And then probably on Thursday I might do some Dead by Daylight, playing a little bit with the Walking Dead chapter. Um, I know that I managed to P3. Well, I know that I managed to like P3. I think it's like Rick Grimes and all that. I know that I know that haven't been able to P3 Michonne Grimes, but I believe I managed to get her, her slots unlocked, so I can be able to trying to do an adept run with her, but yeah, we're probably gonna be doing like some Survivor gameplay on Thursday, doing with playing with the 2 new survivors, of the Walking Dead chapter, and see if we can get, like I said, see if we can get some adept going. But yeah, it's hard to say not knowing. But yeah, please, if you want to be a part of the raid, copy the raid message that you see before you, because I am going to be clearing the chat in just a moment. Alright, so see if we can do this raid. Alright, so until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope y'all have a good week or weekend.